know quite a positive person, but is not actually manifesting the life that they desire. Negative emotions should be avoided at all costs. Okay, let's just sweep them under the rug and not feel them because, that's never gonna come up again or explode in my fucking face. The more you want something, the faster it will manifest. I'm Alex Tripod, and this is the manifestation game. After coaching thousands around the world and becoming one of the most trusted voices in manifestation, I realized you don't get what you want, you get what you embody. If you're a high-achieving business owner who knows they were born for more wealth, more impact, more freedom, this podcast will unlock the codes. So let's collapse timelines. Let's calibrate to the frequency of your future self, because let's be honest, nothing is real. Everything's
a hologram.
Let's fucking go. Welcome, beautiful soul, to another episode of the Manifestation Game. And today we are going to go into the top 7 manifestation myths that are keeping you broke, that are keeping you stuck. And I'm going to bust this with my myth busting bandana on. That's all right. We're getting wild today, and we're going to get really real. So, manifestation myth number 1 is: you just need to think positive to manifest. Okay, so how many of you know quite a positive person, but is not actually manifesting the life that they desire? Thinking positive is like one aspect of what makes up the entirety of your vibration. Remember, your vibration is made up of 7 factors. Your personal energetic frequency is made up of the thoughts you think, your programs, what you speak into existence. Abracadabra comes from a Hebrew saying, we create what we speak. Our environment, our level of self-love, how we relate to others, right? Our emotional frequency. So just because someone is thinking positive doesn't necessarily mean their programs are in alignment with what they want to create. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're feeling good, right? And so thinking positive is like surface level. In fact, I reckon I was that person that was always thinking positive, yet nothing was manifesting in my life. So I'd say thinking positive, you're about 1/10 of the way there. And you've got all the other aspects in the subconscious mind that you need to look at to actually shift your hologram. Let's go into manifestation myth number 2, which is manifestation is just for woo-woo people. Okay, let's get real here. So does that mean that anyone that you've ever seen manifest anything that they desire into their life is woo-woo or spiritual? I know many people that have created a life of their dreams that don't even know that they're aware that they're manifesting. But the reality is that they are in alignment. And so whether they're consciously choosing to call it manifestation, or whether they're just taking action, stepping into courage, looking at their belief systems and rewiring them so they know that they're in alignment with what they want to create. Manifestation is for everyone. I'm going to say that again. Manifestation is for everyone. And when I say at the start of my manifestation movie is whether you're manifesting consciously or unconsciously, it doesn't matter, because you are creating your reality. So you might as well harness the magic of manifestation and neuroscience so you can actually accelerate what you want into your reality. And in actual fact, if you want to go super deep into this, I did a whole episode, a 30-something minute episode where I go super deep into the science behind manifestation, where I back it up with science, no bullshit. And I've got another episode where I actually talk about how celebrities are harnessing the power of manifestation to create massive success. All right, let's go into manifestation myth number 3, which is: if you aren't manifesting exactly what you want, you're doing it wrong. Okay. If you aren't manifesting exactly what you want, there could be a number of things going on here. Like, yes, There is an aspect that if you're not manifesting exactly what you want, potentially there's a belief system or a block that's holding you back. What I believe is, though, if you are self-responsible, doing the work, I actually feel like a lot of the time this can be a redirection from the universe. So you might have asked for something that you want, but the reality is the universe has a much greater plan for you. And so when we're so fixated on trying to control the specific thing, the specific dollar amount, the specific launch, the specific partner, the specific outcome, it could be that the universe has plans for us for something so much greater. And this is a reframe that I've really had to make peace with, and it's allowed my journey to be so much more, what's the word I'm looking for? It's allowed me to release control in the moments that I wanted to have my white knuckle grip and control everything and how it happens. And it's allowed me to allow the universe to deliver things even better than I expect. Now, there's a difference between someone that's not looking at their shit, that's not investing in themselves, that's not doing the work, that's not taking action, and just expecting the universe has their back, versus someone that is deeply committed to their soul's work and becoming the best version of themselves and taking that massive action towards their goals. If that's you and you're not currently manifesting exactly what you want, it's probably because the universe has bigger plans for you. Get ready, babe. It's amazing. All right. Manifestation myth number 4. Negative emotions should be avoided at all costs. Oh, okay. Let's just sweep them under the rug and not feel them because, that's never going to come up again or explode in my fucking face, right? I'm sure you've heard the saying, what you resist persists. If you sweep under the carpet and you avoid those negative emotions, that shame, that guilt, that fear, that boredom, whatever suppressed emotion, and you're making that emotion mean that's why I'm not manifesting. No, it is your avoidance of being present with that emotion that's actually most likely blocking your manifestation. Now, I'm not saying that you sit there and you fester all day long, all week long, all month long in your shame and guilt and apathy and fear, but I'm saying that if you can be present with that shame or with that guilt or with whatever dense emotion that you're feeling, you get to alchemize it. You become an alchemy master. You're present with that emotion that just wants to be felt. And guess what? As soon as that emotion is felt, it actually loses its grip over you. Because typically that negative emotion is, without going too super deep here, sometimes a little wound from the inner child, little you, that just wants to be felt. And then as soon as it's felt, it can actually dissolve. And that's how you deal with negative emotions. You don't run with it. You don't run from them. You face them head on. Quick pause, legend. If you're loving this episode, you need to watch the Manifestation Game movie. It's not just a film, it's an activation. If you've ever felt like you're doing all the things, vision boards, affirmations, rituals, but you're still not seeing results, this movie will shift your frequency, rewire your beliefs, and give you the missing codes. Watch it now using the link in the show notes. Now back to the episode. All right, manifestation myth number 5. Manifestation is a quick fix. I don't even know what to say with this. Manifestation is a lifestyle. Manifestation is for the dedicated. Manifestation is for the brave, because manifestation actually takes a lot of courage and structure and determination and willpower at the start and consistency and all the boring shit that no one wants to lean into. I promise you, anyone that is a powerful manifester has had to take a stand for what they're allowing in their mind. right? And being able to detect when they're festering in thoughts or an internal dialogue that's not working for them. To be able to deal with triggers, to be able to deal with the blocks that is blocking you from what you really want to create, that's the true work. So if you're talking about manifestation from a perspective of a little visualization that you do once a year or once a week, then sure, you can see manifestation as a quick fix. But in actual fact, I believe manifestation is a lifestyle, because it's only when we put our frequency first and we choose our vibration and raising our vibration as a lifestyle, that's when you become a powerhouse, unstoppable manifester. Manifestation myth number 6, the more you want something, the faster it will manifest. No, absolutely not. The more you want something, sometimes this can actually create more resistance. So let's say you're like, I'm going to create a 100K month in the next 30 days. And all of a sudden you want this so bad and you've got this time thing. Or like, I really, really want to manifest my soulmate. I want to experience love and my great love story. Sometimes the more you want something, the more focus that you put on that your reality will be better when you have it. And then what that creates is a void that you don't feel enough and you don't feel whole without that money or without that person in your life. And so sometimes, in actual fact, more than not often, is the more desperately you want something, you've got to catch that, because that's the part of you that doesn't feel enough without it. That's the part of you that's manifesting from void. And when you manifest from void, the slower it will manifest, potentially never manifest. All right, manifestation myth number 7, manifestation has no place in business. Well, fuck me, am I doing it the wrong? Okay, speaking from a multi-7 manifestation coach, manifestation should be a huge piece of the puzzle in your business. I don't care if you're a business strategist. I don't care if you're in affiliate marketing. I don't care if you're a speaker. I don't care if you're in a corporate job and you're trying to build a corporate company. When you harness the power of emotion, programming system, your subconscious mind, if you harness the power of manifestation, what you're basically saying is, I am tapping out of relying solely on hustle and effort and determination and willpower, which is using the 5% of my mind, the conscious mind, and I'm going to harness the unseen, the 95% of my subconscious mind, the patterns and the programs that run my show. I'm going to harness the infinite version of me that can tap into infinite possibilities at any one time to accelerate what I create in business. So in actual fact, manifestation has a huge part in business for anyone that wants to do business the easier way. And I'm speaking manifestation can be a complete game changer for someone that isn't even in my industry or the coaching space. For example, I had a client who was in construction and was solely getting clients from referrals, but they had a block. They couldn't hit that next level, and they were trying to do it through more referrals, more willpower, more determination. Lo and behold, I got them to do a few tweaks in their morning routine and say a few things in the morning, speaking out their magical script, speaking out their new timeline, rewiring a few of their beliefs about how hard or how easy it could be to attract clients. And then literally within 60 days, they had doubled their income, not by changing anything in strategy, but by simply changing their personal energetic frequency and the energy that they were taking action from. The guy was absolutely mind blown because he was completely new to manifestation, and now he uses the tools 2 years later and inboxed me literally the other day. It was like, holy fuck, I forgot how powerful your magical scripting was. I still use it today, Alex. Thank you. I'd love to know for you which myth was actually one that potentially you weren't even aware of that was unconsciously running the show? And pop it in the comments. What was it? Myth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7? And if you have any bullshit manifestation myths that you want me to bust in future episodes, please feel free to DM me on Instagram. Share with me the myth, and I'll be happy to educate humanity on why that is also bullshit. All right, legend, that brings us to a wrap of the top 7 manifestation myths that we have busted today. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of the Manifestation Game. Thanks for tuning into the Manifestation Game. If this episode activated something inside of you, please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube so you never miss a drop, because as you know, my mission is to raise the vibration of humanity on a global scale. So the more people that this reaches, the faster we shift into the new earth. For more daily downloads and frequency shifts, come find me on social media at Alex Tripod. Let's keep manifesting the shit out of life.